This is not a joke. Listen, not with your ears, but with the place in you that knows when something is wrong before the news tells you how to feel. Because there are moments that are not misunderstandings. There are moments that are not mistakes. There are moments that are mirrors, and when power looks into that mirror and chooses mockery, chooses dehumanization, chooses the oldest lie dressed in a new filter, we are no longer talking about humor. We are talking about history waking up. You see, before there were comments, there were chains. Before there were memes, there were whips. Before there were algorithms, there were auction blocks. Different tools, same intention. To shrink a human being until they fit inside a joke. To turn dignity into something disposable. To make cruelty feel casual. But hear me now. There is no such thing as a harmless image. And when it carries the bones of yesterday, there is no such thing as just a post. When it echoes centuries of blood-written doctrine that said some lives are closer to the dirt than to the divine, that is not satire. That is a signal. And when that signal comes from the highest seat in the land, it is not small, it is seismic. Because power does not whisper, it teaches. It teaches what is allowable. It teaches what is laughable. It teaches who is protected and who is permitted to be hurt. And every generation is tested on whether it will pass that lesson forward or finally break the chain. This is not about one man. This is about a system that keeps asking, how far can we go before they stand? How many images? How many jokes? How many bodies before you stop calling it exaggeration and start calling it what it is? Because the road to atrocity is not paved with monsters. It's paved with permission. Permission to look away. Permission to minimize. Permission to say, it doesn't affect me, as if injustice checks ID. But I come from a long memory, a memory that crossed rivers with hope in its mouth and fire in its feet. A memory that refused silence when silence was safer. A memory that did not wait for permission to be free. And that memory lives in me. It lives in this voice. It lives in every person who still believes that dignity is non-negotiable. So let us be clear. We will not normalize dehumanization. We will not shrink when truth is required. We will not pretend the past is over when it keeps knocking on the present. This EP is not entertainment. It is an interruption in your regular programming. It is a refusal to let hate feel ordinary. It is a reminder that justice is not loud because it loves noise. It is loud because silence has cost too much. So ask yourself honestly, what will you tolerate? What will you excuse? What will you challenge before the future asks you why you waited? Because this is not a joke. This is not a glitch. This is not nothing. This is a moment. And moments become movements when people decide they are done.